everyone, my name is Angelica and thank you for joining me at the writer's table with This is Improv. Today we're revisiting storyline style for a series. We talked a little bit about this in one of our previous episodes. Feel free to go back, check it out, and see if you have any questions, because we'll answer all of them through direct message or through our comment section. Just like now. If you have any questions along the way, write them down. We'll answer them. We'd be happy to. Storylines are so much fun because it's really talking about the wants or a goal. That what, remember? What do my characters want, or what is the goal of the series? We get to really root for the characters and root for that goal and see, does it turn out the way that we wanted it to or does not? Game of Thrones is a perfect example of a storyline style. It's great because it engaged the writers and it engaged the audience. Despite the ending, we were engaged. So why was it so engaging? We had these strong characters to hold on to who had a strong goal at the end. And what was the goal? To get the Iron Throne. Everyone was after that power struggle. Everyone was after ruling all of the land. That's the kind of thing that we're looking for when we're creating our storyline. We want a strong goal that our characters can strive to accomplish. So what do you need for a storyline? That strong goal, that strong what? And that's what we're going to do throughout the series. We're going to try to answer that what question. What is going on in these characters' lives, and what is that end goal? Do they achieve it? Yes or no? Then we need characters. We need characters that are going to be established and may stick around for the entire series. If one of the main characters is knocked out, then there has to be a reason for that, or someone to replace them as characters that we can really follow as an audience. Finally, we need a location or a where. You don't have to stick to one location like a bar, but you want to make sure that you know where that bar is. So is the bar in New York? Is the bar in Florida? Or is the bar in a utopian society deep underground that no one's heard of, full of lizard people? Pick your where. That's where you're going to have your entire series take place. Unless something happens, like a traveling episode or whatever, but for the most part, that's where they're going to stay. So how are you going to write this storyline? How do you do this style? We're going to go back to that plot arch idea. A series, a storyline series, is really just one giant plot arch. You're writing it out like that. And it's going to have the same things, the exposition, the beginning, and that's going to talk about the characters, who's going to be in your series, the location, where are you, and what is going on. You're really establishing what your character's goal is and what that series goal is. Then throughout the story, you're going to have that rising action, the climax, falling action, and conclusion. So you might want to also have an idea of how you want this series to end. And throughout your episodes, throughout what you're writing, you can hit various points that you know are going to lead your characters to that ending. And the ending is going to answer that yes or no question established in the beginning with the objective and the what. Remember that? You have the beginning and the end figured out. You have that entire plot arch to think about. What are your episodes going to do to hit those various points in your series? Talking about the episodes themselves. Each episode in your storyline should have its individual plot arch. This is a little bit easier with a sitcom style because it doesn't necessarily have to fit within that larger plot arch, or it's a little easier to fit in because it's just a situation. Whereas putting in individual plot arches for your larger storyline style can really have a huge effect on the characters and how they come out throughout the rest of your story. So how do you write those episodes? It's going to be exactly the same. Plot arches are exactly the same within individual episodes. You want to think about who's going to be in that episode of your characters, your main base, and where is this episode going to take place in your bigger world. Then you want to talk about maybe a smaller objective that your characters have in order to reach a certain point in your series. So it might seem tricky for each episode to have its own goal, but that's going to be more interesting for your audience, and it's going to be easier for you to write thinking, okay, there's going to be a smaller goal to reach that end goal. Got it. Maybe it's something simple like the character needs to get a sword in order to fight the big monster, dragon, whatever at the end of your series. Or maybe it's just your character's really hungry that day and they want ramen, so they have to find the perfect ramen shop. Character objectives can be that simple, as long as it sticks to the main story. And that's what you need to know about writing storyline style. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next week for another writer's table. If you have any questions about writing for a storyline, feel free to comment below or leave us a message directly and we'll be happy to answer. And if you have an idea for another writing video or something that you want to see that maybe hasn't been answered yet, feel free to comment and let us know. We'll be happy to make a video about that. I hope you have a great week, and I hope you do some writing. We also have some classes up, so if you want to write with a group of people, use these skills, use these tips in a classroom setting online, we have those available. We also do private sessions, so we can look at your work individually and see where you are. Thank you for joining me at the writer's table. My name is Angelica, and this is Improv.